Samsung has gained a lot of fame for making phablets feel small in the hand recently, but let's not forget that the pioneer in achieving this is LG. This is Jaime Rivera from Pocket Now here at MWC in Barcelona, and this is LG G6 versus Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Call this more of a trade show comparison, folks, as the stakes are very different and unfair. On one hand, we have the Samsung flagship from last year, since we won't know about the new one until March 29, and on the other hand, we have the LG G6 with non-final software. What's most important here to compare is the amazing achievements from both companies when it comes to ergonomics, at least in paper. Side by side, each device is almost the same in dimensions, and we have both aluminum and glass designs on each. The Galaxy S7 Edge is 2mm taller and 1mm wider, while the G6 is actually 2mm thicker and 5 grams heavier than the Galaxy. And that's actually quite evident. The G6 does feel rather heavier in the hand. What's great is that both devices impress in how they fit phablet displays on less of a footprint. The 5.5-inch AMOLED display on the Galaxy is gorgeous and feels quite manageable when you hold it for the first time thanks to the curves on the display on each side. LG, on the other hand, takes a step further by fitting a 5.7-inch screen on a smaller footprint, leading to a crazy 80% screen-to-body ratio. It doesn't only shrink the side bezels, but also the top and the bottom with its 18:9 or 2:1 full vision IPS panel. It's also Quad HD Plus resolution at 2880x1440 versus standard Quad HD at 2560x1440, though the Galaxy compensates with the inclusion of hardware buttons. We'll leave display quality comparisons for when the LG G6 is final. What I will tell you is that both devices have pros and cons. The Galaxy S7 Edge isn't the best at palm rejection, so using it with one hand can be a nightmare. And in the case of the LG G6, even though the device claims to be designed with one-handed usability in mind, man, those hamburger menus at the top of Android user interfaces are a nightmare to use as well. As for content consumption, the G6 will do a better job with movies thanks to the 18:9 or again 2:1 aspect ratio, but the pillar boxes are kind of annoying for YouTube content, but the Galaxy doesn't fumble with that. And yeah, both devices do a terrible job with speakers, mainly because these are single firing and easy to muffle.
Megapixel IMX378 camera sensor. You can select aperture. This is actually the same sensor that we have. We also have an 8-megapixel.
Like, what year is this for single firing speakers on flagships? Seriously. Spec-wise, the differences aren't significant. Snapdragon 821 on the G6 versus 820 on the Galaxy S7 Edge. RAM is the same at 4GB, storage is the same at 32GB expandable. And even if the battery on the Galaxy is larger, there is faster charging on the LG. And USB-C on the newer LG that is quite future-proof. And another specification that's shared is IP68 water and dust resistance. The software story is still not final for LG. What I will tell you is that both devices have Android 7.0 Nougat and are now eligible to use the Google Assistant. Samsung has finally updated this phone to its latest UI tweaks that I've come to enjoy. In the case of LG, it seems like if you're using a V20 with a couple of different tweaks and improvements. I also notice improvements in LG's always-on display, and Samsung has finally brought the always-on display features from the defunct Note 7. The real story I cannot wait to compare when the software is final on the LG is the improvements to the camera. LG really kills it with its camera quality, but so does Samsung with its Galaxy S7 Edge. I do notice some differences in the added wide-angle display on the G6, mainly because the company has finally removed the barrel distortion, or at least improved it on the secondary lens. And we also have the same sensor on the secondary lens now, so you do have that added kick over the Galaxy S7 Edge. Overall, the stakes are rather high on both devices, and I will admit that I love that. Both of these are great, beautiful, and both pull some punches on how they approach ergonomics. We will come back later for a final comparison once everything is fair side by side. For now, make sure you follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, or on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you with more videos from MWC 2017.